Hello everyone. Sorry I'm on just a few minutes late tonight. So I'm going to share with you a really simple card using some new product. So the card may look a little bit familiar because I did share it with you a week or so ago. So yeah, but we will. It's a simple card. So products that I'm using are from the new annual catalogue. As yet, I still can't show you the inside pages, but for those who already have collected their catalogues or have had them delivered already, because I know some of those are starting to arrive, you'll find this in the new catalogue, and the bundle I'm using is called Gallery Blooms. So let me show you the stamp set. So this is the stamp set here. Let me just adjust this slightly. I think that's a little better. Gallery Blooms. So this is a part of a suite that does have another stamp set, but I only got just the one stamp set and the one set of dies. Same as everyone, I sort of pick and choose what I want to use. So Gallery Blooms. I love this also for colouring as well. So you can use your watercolour pencils and blends and stuff to create really beautiful cards. It also has a set of dies as well. And I particularly love these dies because they have dies to make frames. So with the one piece, if you just use a quarter sheet, you'll cut out 2 frames at one time. So the larger one has the little scores in the corners, and also you get the smaller one, plus you get the center cut out. So you could use all 3 of those pieces on different projects. And of course, there are also dies that coordinate with the stamped images, and also there are some leaves and some other plants as well. So this is a really nice die set, and you'll be seeing more of this. As I mentioned, I particularly love how easy it is to create your frames using one die. So you can get inside, outside, a large and small frame. Okay, so that is the dies. I'm actually not using this die set tonight, but I wanted to show you because it is a part of the bundle. And of course, when you purchase your stamp sets as a part of bundle, you do save 10%. Hi Mandy, thank you for joining me. So just before I get on to making the card, I do have a couple of reminders for you. The May Craft Retreat, this is on the 24th and 25th of May. Registration closes on the 3rd of May, so you do have, I think, until Saturday, I'm going to say. So Saturday is when registration will be closing. So if you haven't done so already and you'd like to come, please let me know ASAP, just so I can finalise my numbers. The next reminder is the April giveaway, which is a Take Your Pick tool, which is one of these, which is a tool that I use in pretty much every live that I do. And every video, because it is a really fabulous multi-purpose tool. So to get an entry in the giveaway, place an order of $75 or more by the end of this month. So you'll get one entry into the giveaway. You'll earn 10% Stampin' Rewards on your order, plus you also earn the free class for next month. So that is the April giveaway. And finally, this was just announced today. On the 2nd and 3rd of May only, you can earn 2 times Stampin' Rewards on your orders. So currently the Stampin' Rewards you earn is 10%. For the 2nd and 3rd of May only, you can earn 20% of on your order. So if you normally place a $50 order, you normally get $5 rewards. Same order, you'll get $10. So double the rewards, which is really exciting that they're offering this. So it's a really great time to think about placing an order. And this applies to any order that meets the minimum requirement for Stampin' Rewards, which is $35. So even on a $35 or $40 order, you're still going to earn double rewards. Okay, let's move on and let me show you the card and get these few things out the way. Actually, before I get started, I'm also using Simply Said. Okay, of course, this is my all-time favorite sentiment stamp set. This stamp set is $30 and it is continuing in the new catalogue. So if you haven't got it yet and you'd really like it, it's still available. Okay, colours that I'm using white and Secret Sea, which is one of the new in colours. So this is a really nice deep blue. It has a touch, I guess, of a touch of grey to it as well. I think it depends a little bit the light that that you're looking at it in, but to me it's quite a deep sort of blue-grey colour. Okay, so that is the colour. Okay, let me show you the card because it is a really quite an easy card. So here it is here. So it's using the main flower or the large flower in Gallery Blooms, and the inside I finished off with that little corner stamp as well. So if you're struggling with perhaps a new stamp set and new products and you're not sure what colours to use, just pick one. This card is going to work in any colour you choose to do it in. So let me show you. These are the other in colours. This is Darling Duckling, so it works nicely in Darling Duckling. We've got Cloud Cover, which it works beautifully in that. We have got here Strawberry Slush, which is a familiar colour for some. If you've been around a little bit longer, it wasn't in colour a number of years ago. And Timid Tiger, and I'm really happy I actually remember the names of these colours without them written down in front of me. So there's, yeah, these cards just work, or this card works beautifully in any colour you like. Okay, so let's get started with this and we'll go through the products that I'm using. I do have the half sheet of A4, which I've just cut it long ways, so it's still the thick white. For the inside of the card, I have a piece of Secret Sea, which measures 10 centimeters by 14.4, plus that piece of white that measures, for the inside, that measures 9.5 by 13.9. For the outside, I have got, oh, this is in inches. Let me just grab my ruler. So the piece of Secret Sea is 8 centimeters by 12. I've got a piece of white that is 7.5 by 11.5, and a second piece of white that is 7 by 11. So I actually do have the double or the extra matte with the white that adds just a little bit of added detail. Hello, Christine. It's really nice that you're joining me. Hi, Corinne. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so let's keep moving. And the final thing I have got as well, my pre-cut die banner, which is from Stylish Shapes. So they are the products I'm using, and some new in colours. And these are flat pearls, so they do have really nice shimmer and shine to them. So here it is, just here. So that's what I'm using. All right, let's get started. Okay, so of course, folding my card in half. And let me grab my 2 stamps out that I need. So these are the photopolymer stamps, and as you can see, mine have already got a little bit of staining on it, but that isn't going to affect the way that it works at all. And I also need my corner flowers as well. All right. Now I don't have my glass mat under me tonight because it's buried, and it was going to take too much effort to unbury it because it's got cardstock and ink pads and all sorts of things over there that I was using last night. Okay, so let's get started with the outside. And I'm just going to put a piece of copy paper underneath. Now, with the new ink pads, you may find, of course, that they are quite juicy, and this one is no exception. So let me just see what this one's stamping like before. Okay, it's a little bit wet, so one of the tips to use, this is just a plastic spoon. If you don't have a plastic spoon, use your bone folder or something like that, and just gently, I'm going to press some of that ink towards the bottom of the ink pad. All this means is it's just taking some of that wetness away from the top. Okay, that will just wipe off later with some water. Okay, so that should stamp a bit better this time. Yeah, it does. So with that, you can see that was the first one. The second one is a little bit more of a crisp image. Let me just wipe some of this excess ink off that I've got everywhere. Okay, so I'll actually stamp this one on the cardstock. Okay, so this card is a really nice simple stamping one, so you don't need any special equipment for it. And if you don't have the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine to do the cut out the tag or the banner to put the sentiment on, just cut out a strip of cardstock. That'll do the job too. Okay, the next stamp I need is for the inside, which is just the corner stamp with the couple of flowers and some leaves. And that adds just a little bit of detail inside the card. And finally, I need my banner. And I'm going to make this one a thank you because I tend to use a lot of those cards. And being photopolymer, it does generally be easy to line up. That's all the stamping for this card. So nice and quick and simple. All right, just need to put it together. Okay, so for the inside, I am going to be matting my two pieces together, and I'm going to use, as always, some Stampin' Seal. And just remember that little tick to break the stream of the adhesive and not too much pressure. Okay, and straight into the inside of the card. Okay, simple. As mentioned, this is a really nice, quick card to make, and you could make multiples of these, yeah, with such a simple design. Okay, so my piece of Secret C that measures, I'm going to say 12 centimeters by 8. I'm going to try to stick this on straight. That would be really nice. So that, again, flat down with Stampin' Seal. I'm going to stick these two pieces, the next two pieces of white together with the Stampin' Seal. And just making sure that that has that nice even mat around it. And then this is going on with some dimensionals. And I am using the minis because I think I like the size of these ones a little better than the standard size ones. Okay, a couple more. All right, while I'm taking this off, did anyone get a chance to do any card making or scrapbooking over the long weekend? So, because we've just, of course, we had Easter, and then the following weekend we had Anzac Day. So I hope someone got a time to do some crafting during that weekend. Okay, so centering that over the top. And I think the white with a single colour does work really, really nicely. Okay, next, as I mentioned, this is a super quick card to make. A couple of pieces of dimensional underneath my banner. And probably only about 3 pieces will do. And stabbing into those to take the little covers off is the easiest way of doing that, or the quickest way. Okay, so the sentiment goes, this one I'm putting off to the left, but a couple of the other cards that I showed just before, I do have it just going the opposite way, just with the flower going in different directions. Finally, to finish this card, I'm going to be using some of the flat pearls. We do have quite a number of options that we have with embellishments. I really like these because they do sit nice and flat. So if you do scrapbooking or memory keeping, these are going to sit really nice and flat in your album. Okay, so I'm using the putty end, and of course if you've never used one of these, it's just a simple sliding off to place onto your card front. And there you have a really simple, quick card to make. With these, when I made these, I did them all in one hit. And I cut all of my pieces ahead of time so I could just sit down and then stick them together in a production line. So again, the new in colours, which I think I'm going to really love these ones. We have got Secret Sea, Darling Duckling, which is a really pretty yellow, Cloud Cover, which is a softer blue with that grey undertone. We've got a nice orange, which is Timid Tiger, and finally the pink is Strawberry Slush. That's what I've got for you tonight. Thank you, Corinne. I'm glad you like these ones, but as always, quick and simple all the way. There is no Designer Series paper on this one, but I'm sure you could make it with some Designer Series paper if you wanted to, because I do tend to use that pretty much on every project. Just the last couple of reminders that I've already mentioned. The May Craft Retreat registration closes on the 3rd, so that is this Saturday. I've got the Take Your Pick Tool giveaway, which has a few requirements for that. You need to place an order of $75 or more. And also the 2nd and 3rd of May, you can earn double reward points. That's what I've got for you for this week. I'll be back next week to share with you, I think, some more product from the new catalogue. And I think by then I might almost be able to show you the inside of the catalogue too. So, so here is the cover of the new catalogue. If you don't have yours yet, I'm working tomorrow, but I'll put the tub out the front if you'd like to stop by and collect your catalogue if you're at my end of town. That's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to Mandy, Christine, Corinne. I'm really happy that you are here tonight. But I'll be back again next Tuesday. So until then, everyone, take care.